There are two kinds of people in the world, my friend. Those with a rope around their neck and the people who have the job of doing the cutting. Listen, the neck at the end of the rope is mine. I run the risks.
The Chapman Automotive Group brings to you the good, the bad, and the ugly.
You may run the risks, my friend, but I do the cutting.
Find an extensive selection of high-quality vehicles at Chapman Automotive Group by going to ChapmanTucson.com today.
Shout out to Chapman Tucson. Shout out to Ignition Sim Racing over there near the Williams Center. If you're looking for a date night, if you're looking to go take your company out on like a retreat, if you're looking to build the camaraderie, the chemistry, Ignition Sim Racing, highly recommend.
Yeah, if you ever watch Formula One, you're like, man, I wonder if I could do that. Go try it.
Yeah.
Go try it. It'll disabuse you of the notion that that's easy.
Yeah.
And all those guys do is like just drive in circles or whatever they do. I mean, Formula One is better because they don't drive in circles, in my opinion. But it is a highly technical machine that takes a crap load of talent and athleticism to drive it for those periods of time. So
I mean, those teams literally have scientists.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's amazing.
F1's amazing.
So, guys, we've got the good, the bad, and the ugly. Another edition coming your way right here on ESPN Tucson and the Spears and Ollie YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the Spears and Ollie YouTube channel today if you haven't yet. So, starting off with the good, Ollie, you know, my good was going to be Larry Fitzgerald, Arizona Cardinals legend, getting inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And, I mean, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but he also deserves the recognition on the good, the bad, and the ugly for the good. But, man, we got some breaking news coming out of the Arizona football world, Ali. And this is my good for today. Arizona football just got a whole lot better. And, I mean, they were already going to have a really good team this year, but, man, did the Wildcats get really good because we got some breaking news that running back Ismail Mahdi and linebacker Max Harris are officially back with the Wildcats. So the new 5-for-5 rule that just passed by the NCAA.
Can we just give a shout out to the lawyers out there for one?
Yes.
Good job, lawyers.
The
unsung heroes.
The unsung heroes in this whole thing, the lawyers, right? Because I remember we had Ismail Mahdi, the running back, who's now the co-owner of Dickey's Barbecue Pit, and you asked him, Ollie, like, hey, you paying attention to these court hearings and, you know, things that are happening around the country? And Ismail's like, wait, what? I don't know if he was like,
I'm like, stay in shape, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't know if he did that just to like,
I got some inside information.
Have a poker face.
I know what's happening, and the lead lawyer is a good dude, and fighting the NCAA, fighting the good fight against the NCAA and their stupidity, and because of it, and I'm giving a shout out to the lawyers. RJ Godfrey is our power forward for Arizona basketball, and now we got Max Harris and Ismail Mahdi back with the Arizona football team, as they should have from the beginning.
Yeah, this should have been a thing in January.
Yeah.
But it dragged on, and, you know, Max Harris and Ismail Mahdi, they went undrafted. They thought that their college careers were done. And so after last year, they prepared for the NFL, and they went on and did their own thing. Obviously, we know that Ismail Mahdi is now the co-owner of Dickey's Barbecue Pit on Ina. Max Harris had a cup of coffee with, I think, the Denver Broncos with their rookie minicamp and just kind of stayed in shape, just stayed ready just in case an NFL team called him and needed his services. But, you know, after this ruling in Colorado, led by U.S. District Court Judge Charlotte Sweeney, the athletes who were not grandfathered in for this 5-for-5 rule, athletes who are part of the 2022 recruiting class, they have been granted an additional year of eligibility. And so I think this is great for Arizona. And it's a really good problem to have for the Wildcats because, you know, Arizona, to their credit, man, and they had to, they went out and they replaced these guys. You know, they brought in Antoine Roberts, a transfer from Marshall, and they're bringing back Kedrick Reesno and Quincy Craig, but they went out and they replaced Ismail Mahdi. Now they bring back all of their running backs, and then they add this great weapon in Antoine Roberts. And I was actually crunching the numbers about the experience that Arizona has in their running back room. And Arizona, I think they have like over 3,000 or 3,600 offensive snaps combined in their running backs room. And that does not include Cornelius Warren, and Wesley Yarbrough, the guys that got some playing time last year. They have a ton of yards, a lot of touchdowns, so much versatility in the running backs room. And, we'll see how they handle that running back rotation. But, I mean, the thing about Ismail Mahdi coming back, just because he was a leading rusher last year, it does not mean that he's just going to step in and be the number one guy once again this year. You still need to get into game shape. He's a little bit, behind the 8 ball when it comes to, the training and everything that Quincy Craig and Kedrick Reesino have gone through over the last 7 months. But, I mean, to have a veteran like that come back into your room, a dynamic playmaker like Ismail Mahdi, he's also really good in special teams too. Like, it's only going to elevate Arizona football. And then on defense with Max Harris, I mean, this guy had the 3rd most tackles behind Dalton Johnson and Tay Brown a year ago. The dude was a playmaker and an absolute leader. And that's why Arizona, they're bringing back Ismail Mahdi and Max Harris. I mean, 1, they're really good players, but 2, they are so well respected in the locker room. They are true leaders, and the guys love being teammates with these guys. So we'll see what kind of shape they're in, but Arizona football is going to welcome these guys with open arms. And, I mean, the linebacker room, the running backs room, it's absolutely stacked. I mean, they've already had enough players, but you add these 2 to the mix, Arizona football just got a whole lot better this beautiful Monday morning.
They did, and like you said it, man, they're great teammates and great people. They're going to be great in the locker room. And they're not, I mean, it's going to take some time. They weren't in the spring. They didn't, practice in the spring. And they got to get, up to speed physically, mentally. So like around maybe game 4, you might see a little bit more Ismail Mahdi and Max Harris. But it's great depth for Arizona, and it's good news.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
The Dickies barbecue catching gloves are a reality now, I hope.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Brought to you by Spears and Ali, who gave Ismail the idea. Hey, keep in shape.
We don't know that that's not true.
It absolutely is true.
Yeah.
My good is
That's
real
what I
quick. I always told you that coaching kickers is a little different. They're just different, man. I don't know what to tell you. The only guys that are even a little bit weirder than kickers is long snappers. Mm-hmm. But I want to talk about kickers. And you finally put I think the 2nd kicker in the Hall of Fame, maybe the 3rd. George Blanda maybe in there, Morton Anderson, and now Adam Vinatieri. And Adam Vinatieri was really funny. We played the clip of him roasting Bill Belichick, judging his girlfriend's cheerleading competition. Not even the funniest thing he said. Pat McAfee was in the crowd. Pat McAfee and Adam Vinatieri played together with the Indianapolis Colts. Pat McAfee was his holder. And Adam Vinatieri recognized him and said that Pat McAfee, the only other person in this world, has held my balls more than my wife. And my only question for Adam was, does your wife also do a good job with laces out? But that was funny, and probably the funniest thing said, other than his little joke about Up Daddy.
I'm not going to... What?
Also,
What's up, Daddy?
Yeah, okay.
3 full-time place kickers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Jan Stenerud, Morton Anderson, and Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah.
Blanda is in the Hall of Fame, but he was primarily inducted as a quarterback.
Think about that. That guy played quarterback and kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right. So
Lou
that's my
Groza
good.
also in the Hall of Fame, but as a tackle.
The good old days when linemen kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
That's when you know it's 40s football.
Yeah. When you have the starting center kicking field goals.
Yeah.
All right, so my bad is Monte Ellis for this just the lack of self-awareness. Now, let me preface by saying Monte Ellis was a great NBA player.
He was pretty good.
Okay, he was a pretty good NBA player. But still, big name. Like, he was a guy that you wanted to have on your team. He played for the Golden State Warriors. Now, here's where there's no self-awareness for our guy, Mr. Ellis. Monte said when he was asked about the Golden State Warriors dynasty and the run that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, the Splash Bros, Draymond Green, everybody, is it Steve Kerr, Wildcat legend at head coach. Monte Ellis said, and I quote, "If you switched me and Steph out with the team that won championships, it'd be the same thing." And that's where I'm like, you're a good player, Monte Ellis, but no way. We're talking about the greatest shooter of all time. We are talking about when that man is cooking in the second half, especially the third quarter. Like, third quarter is always Steph Curry time. But when that man is cooking and knocking down every single shot within 2 miles of the arena, that is like one of the best shows you will ever see in basketball history. And Steph is the greatest shooter of all time, great leader. Listen, maybe those teams would have been playoff teams with Monte Ellis, but I don't think it's the dynasty that we saw with Steph Curry. So that's my bad. Lack of self-awareness for our guy, Monte Ellis.
I mean, when they had Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson at his peak, Draymond Green in his prime, could they have maybe won a championship with Monte Ellis? Sure.
Maybe.
But USA wouldn't have won a gold medal if Monte Ellis is on that team against Serbia versus Seth Curry.
Yeah.
Or Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So, no. All right, my bad is, I think I'm out on the WNBA. I'm done.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I know.
I had high hopes, you know?
It's, and it's not just like talk about lack of self-awareness. Some of the players, it's like not every player, a lot of players in the WNBA, it's like a bunch of receivers in the NFL.
Divas.
Just absolute divas. And then, committing a flagrant 2 and then making it tied to race while you're in the locker room after you got ejected. What's her name? DeJounte Stupido? Is that her name? She's a moron. And what's worse is people grabbing onto whatever anybody says or does and making it part of their political point. Like, I'm going to use this for my purposes. It's all stupid. I think it's the stupidest run professional league in the history of mankind.
Probably not wrong.
And it's just dumb. Without getting too deep into biology here and everything. I guess Enes Kanter is going to be Anisha Kanter.
Yeah.
It's just the dumbest. It's the dumbest, like, lack of self-awareness, lack of logic. Trying to destroy our own league. They're like, you know what they're really good at? Sabotaging themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy. So WNBA, there's some great players, but overall, just kind of sucks. So
they're kind of. I feel like the embodiment of that league, like to describe it, would be, in like Looney Tunes when they would like build the bridges out of wood, and they would just keep going on the same piece of wood, and the last piece of wood was falling out from under them as they went. That's kind of how I feel like they're going.
They really are the Wile E. Coyote of professional
leagues. They really are.
Yeah. So, stop buying Acme products. They don't work. And maybe start promoting each other and supporting each other and lifting each other up.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even imagine if Bird and Magic came in the league and everybody else in the league was like, I hate you. And people saying things that make a lot of sense and, speaking from a place of love and just science, and it's like, oh, racist. I completely destroyed you on that breakaway. I hit you in the face really hard, and I got ejected because of race. Okay. Okay.
My ugly for today is a Phoenix man.
You're an ugly, sorry.
Yes. A Phoenix man faces armed robbery and kidnapping charges after police say he robbed the Scottsdale Shake Shack where he worked. After he robbed the Shake Shack, he returned 2 days later to work. Keandre Simmons, who's 33 years old, was taken into custody on August 5th in the parking lot of the Shake Shack near Scottsdale and Greenway Road. And apparently when he got back to work, his coworkers could hear his voice, and they were like, yo, I'm pretty sure Keandre's the guy who robbed us. And they called the police, and the guy got arrested. So, yeah, that's my ugly.
Amazing.
Robbing your own place of work and then showing up back to work.
Hey, man.
He thought he could double his money.
Yeah.
That's dedication, man. If I'm on the schedule, I got to clock in.
Yeah, he forced one employee to get into a walk-in cooler, then directed the on-duty manager to open the register or the safe, and then he got about $2,800 worth of cash. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, him like telling like the fry cook, like, hey man, I need fries. And the guy's like, oh my gosh, it's you.
Yeah.
You're the one. You're the one who put me in the walk-in cooler. Call the cops. So,
according to sources, when confronted by police, Keandre said, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It's not me. My ugly is this bill that's going to get delayed till September that's making its way through Congress, and whether it gets approved or not approved. We talked about Adam Vinatieri's balls and who was holding it for him. Yeah. And athletic directors and conference commissioners, they oversee a number of sports that have plenty of balls, and there's actually probably a shed with all kinds of balls, baseballs, volleyballs, footballs, soccer balls. And I would just love the commissioner of the Big 12 and the commissioner of the ACC and these other group of 5 leagues to maybe find some of those balls. Because the Big 10 and SEC has now manipulated this bill to such a point where if it does pass, it creates an automatic caste system where the Big 10 and the SEC will legislatively, by federal law, have an advantage over everybody else. And until you get to a point where media rights are shared equally, which is the most important thing. And what the NFL did in the 1970s to create parity in the NFL, they shared all national TV revenue. And unless that happens as a starting point, you're going to have 2 leagues that get a huge advantage with respect to how much their schools get in TV money versus other schools. And the silence is deafening from the Big 12, ACC, and the Group of 5. And I don't understand why they allow the SEC and the Big 10 to hold such leverage over everybody else. And they've got the nuclear option. You guys can play with yourselves, and you're not in March Madness. That's the nuclear option. I don't know why they don't use it. And the fact that like other schools and conferences, you got to be in the top 10 to be in the playoff, but Notre Dame doesn't. Mm-hmm. Why don't you just tell Notre Dame if you don't join a conference, you can join whatever conference you want. Mm-hmm. Then you can't. Speaking of playing with yourself, Notre Dame, you can have all the inter-squad scrimmages you want. None of us are playing you.
Yep.
And until college athletics as a whole doesn't get a grip on the fact that we have to do what's good for the sport and not focus what's the best just for us, until you get to that point, college athletics will be complete chaos.
And sorry about the technical difficulties on my end. My computer just froze.
Nice.
Because I have 50 tabs open, and Google Chrome's like, dude, we are so worn down right now. Yep. So my apologies.
Yeah. You can close all those videos that you got open and stuff. I know you like to keep them for later. But now is not the time, Justin.
Sorry. But that is it for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, presented by Chapman Automotive Group. Visit them at chapmantucson.com for the largest new and used cars for sale online in Arizona.